Right. Yeah, I was information overflow. Yeah, I was taking a look at the schedule, but it's weird because now it's saying the Silverstone race is starting in 50 minutes because the schedules was saying 9:55. So I don't know what's going on there, but that's probably that's probably something to do with the time zones or something, but I would say they need to like show the the time zone I'm in instead of like this is probably their own time zone, I would say, UTC or something, but so right here it's saying 9:55, but if you take a look at the actual upcoming races, it's saying it's starting in 40 minutes, so it's kind of weird. But good morning. I hope you guys are doing well. What's up, Shockwave? What's up, Martian? Thanks for being here. It's been a minute, but yeah, temperatures are finally back to normal, I would say. So I'm able to sit in the rig without sweating away. It was just too warm. The last 2 weeks were the temperatures were just too high to even think about racing, let alone do live streaming. So yeah, happy to be back. It's been a while, but I'm sure we haven't lost all our skills. So let me just join practice to do some warm-up laps. I actually registered for the Spa race instead of the Silverstone one. Yeah. Well, it's really weird. I don't know why they say 9:55 in the schedule, but then the race actually starts at 10:40, which is like, yeah, unexplainable to me why it's set up that way. But I think it was this, right? Let me check. Just checking if everything's working how I set it up. Thought I bound it to a key. Is it another one? That's really weird. Let me check, double check. Did it deactivate it? Oh, no, it's working. Okay, it's working. Just loading the setup. I'm actually driving the Beamer, so that's gonna be interesting. It's been a while since I drove the Beamer, but I like this livery, so I went with this one. Yo, what's up? Good morning, H Racing. What's up? Hope you're doing well. So why is it still... Did it mess up the keybinds? Oh, it was the other one. Well, turn on the wheel. That's also wise if you want to do some laps. Right. Now everything should be fine for the race. So, if you haven't noticed, last week, I think it was last week, they updated the Fanatec wheelbases. So, ever since the last update, we've gotten full force on Fanatec wheels, but it actually makes a world of difference. So you get way more detail in the force feedback. I actually really noticed a big change in LMU. So I think it's really good. I'm really happy they updated it. It just feels way better. Feels more like the out-of-the-box force feedback AC Evo had. They changed the force feedback on AC Evo, but just letting this LMP by. They changed it, but ever since they changed it, since what was it? Update 0.6, I think it was. Oh no. They oh man. I need to start focusing a little bit more. But what I was saying was they changed it, and ever since they went to 0.6 on AC Evo, the force feedback has been way off. But I might need to give it a try again with the update for full force, because I think it would make a lot of difference in AC Evo as well. But we'll see. But I'm still trying to find the perfect settings, I would say. Because what I also notice is that the difference between the cars for force feedback is also like in a bigger bandwidth, I would say. So let me just warm up the tires easily. Yeah, I have tried LMU FFB in the past, but I didn't like it. And I honestly think there's no reason to try it again, because, yeah, as I said, the new update on the Fanatec firmware with the full force, it brings it more together, I would say. So I actually don't see any need to try it again. Oh man, I'm reading chat while trying to warm up the tires. I actually bought a second monitor, but I need to install it. So I'm doing this live stream still with the iPad, but yeah, that's a challenge when you need to look at the chat and do a warm-up. Let me just park it here for a second. You lost your voice. Yeah, it's a shame, right, that they didn't make it. I was looking at the replay this morning. Yeah, it's a shame they didn't make it. It would have been really cool if they made it. But they put up a really good fight, though. They can. I think they can be really proud of what they achieved. They did a really good job. was an intense match though. I wasn't expecting it to go to extra time actually. And that second goal from Cape Verde, as we call it in the Netherlands, that was a beauty. Let me join the server. Let's see in which split we get placed. I think it's saying 3 splits. So I would say split 2 or 3. But the knockout stage matches in the World Cup so far have been really, really nice. I've been enjoying them. The only one I think like was a little bit disappointing was the one between Australia and Egypt last night. They were both really scared to lose, and were also like playing like that, which was a shame, but also understandable, I would say. So it's qualifying for 8 minutes. That should be 3 laps. 1 warm-up lap for 2.5 minutes. Yeah, that should be 4 laps actually. Yeah, that should be 4 laps, right? Yeah. So that's... Let me up the fuel ratio a little bit. Like this. Yeah, it should be fine. This keybind's not working properly. Right. Yeah. So one thing I also noticed at Spa is ever since the last update, they changed the pit wall. So it's now transparent, the pit wall. You can actually see the stadium or the crowd stands. That wasn't the case in the last, in the previous version. So I think they updated the track a little bit. Which is a nice touch, I would say. Let's just ease these tires in. I also saw some videos about the GT3 like racing in iRacing lately. I haven't been doing iRacing for the last few months, but I also saw that there's like a really strange way to warm up the tires in the GT3 racing in iRacing. They were like swerving left and right really intensely. So apparently there's a like a meta tactic to warm up the tires, but it looks really weird. I would say it's also not realistic, but really strange. And speaking about meta tactics, the F1 is having serious deployment issues on Silverstone. They were saying that beforehand, right? But yeah, they need to like downshift in turns 2 and 3. They're doing really aggressive downshifts to charge up the battery. Looks really weird. So let's hope they can do some tweaking for next year to improve that. I would say it needs some improving. I think they know, but just trying to do some smooth qualifying laps. Not over push the car. In general, I've been trying to like adapt my driving style a little bit, I would say. Be a little bit smoother with the inputs, less aggressive with the engine braking. Just to see if it's making a difference in actual lap time.
Lap 2:22.62.
We're not too far off. And as I say that, somebody's putting in a belter lap. The problem with like trying to be more smooth on the throttle and brake is that you half of the time have the feeling that you're going too slow. So this lap also, for instance, I'm having the feeling that I'm going too slow, but it's actually a nice improvement. But then again, everybody will probably improve their lap time, so... That's also better. Ah, I messed that up. Come on. Well, at least we got into the top 10. That's not too bad, actually. I'm not too disappointed with that. That's actually pretty good. Load the race setup. I have to essentially win.
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race
Yeah,
start.
winning this race is gonna be a challenge, but getting a good result is on the table, I would say. Oh, I need to adjust the fuel ratio. Oh no, there's a limitation. That's it. Oh, okay. That's a limitation of the race, of course. Yeah, 220 laps, not too bad. That's not too bad at all. Yeah, so there's a limitation with the fuel ratio, so I can't carry more than 70 liters. So you have to pit twice, I
Formation lap
guess.
has started.
It's probably, yeah, I haven't done this race, so it's probably a big fuel saver, I would say. That's probably it. Yeah, they're forcing a stop, but if you go flat out the whole race, then it's probably a 2-stop. So I'm guessing I need to fuel save. Yeah, 100%. I think you want to do 1 stop, right? Is there anybody who has done this race? So you need to fuel save in both stints, probably. Oh, we're gonna start in the chicane, probably.
Green flag, green flag.
Terrible. Good start anyway. Oh no, crash. Oh, small touch. Oh, more crashing. No! What are they doing? Oh my god, we have a lot of damage. Yeah. I'm sorry. I couldn't go anywhere. What's going on in this race? What's happening? They're driving like it's a sprint race. We have to go for 1 hour or so. But everybody's just like sending it into the corner. Let's hope we can manage this this damage on the car. Let's try and settle in a little bit. I think the damage is acceptable. It's not too bad. And there's no need to fuel save. Little bit of understeer. I'm having a little bit of brake pulling, but no! What's going on? Sorry, but my wheel is failing me. No! What? The force feedback just went. What? Yeah, insane. It just went. What? I'm glad I didn't hit anyone, but what was that? All of a sudden the force feedback was gone. Yeah, now I do need to have repairs. What is going on? That's insane. It just stopped working all of a sudden. That's not the first time that's happened, by the way. Yeah. That's some insane stuff. I'm really disappointed with that. I don't know what went on, but it just stopped working in the middle of the straight. I'm really happy I didn't hit anyone because the steering just went completely sideways. Yeah, insane. Well, it's still a long race, but this is race effectively over, right? Yeah, that's so stupid. Unbelievable. Unbelievable stuff. I can't, yeah. It just stopped working. I don't know what went on, but yeah, I also reset the force feedback. I have it bound to a key on my keyboard, but still, it completely caught me off guard. So yeah, that was really weird. Yeah, all I can do is just try and claw back a little bit, but obviously that's really disappointing. Let's hope that's not something that's tied to the update they did. Because that would be a big shame. Yeah, that's so stupid, man. We were just cruising in the top 10 and then something like that happens. Insane. Still a long race though, but completely on the back foot now, so oh, that's a track cut. Yo, what's up, Dutch travel guy? Hope you're doing well, mates. Fully adjusted to the new brake pedal and stuff like that. Yeah, well, I was cruising in P8, but then my wheel decided to stop working in the middle of the straight, so I'm really glad I didn't hit anyone, but I did hit the wall. So I had to go into the pits for repairs. But I honestly have no clue what was happening there, because it just simply stopped working in the middle of the straight, so all of a sudden the wheel started pulling to the left or to the right, what was it? Which gave me big suspension damage when I hit the wall. So that's a big shame. But yeah, you never know. We'll just keep on driving, put in some consistent lap times and see what happens. But we're really far back, so... That's actually P2 and 3 in front of me. So as long as we can keep them in sight, then at least the pace is okay. But yeah, this is not the way you want to lose DR. Yeah, pace is good. Oh, that's such a shame. just matched our qualifying time. So I would say pace is good. Still 19 laps to go. So let's just wait and see what happens. Oh, sprained wrist. Oh. Well, I'm hoping it's recovering well. Understandable that it's not. Then you're not able to race then. This is gonna be a long race. I'm keeping up with P3 though. P15 is pitting. Maybe he has damage as well. Whoa! Big lockup. That was a big lockup by the LMP2. Oh, I'm following him. That's not smart. Oh, that's actually not too bad. That was weird. Maybe this Porsche has damage. Okay, that's also a way to do it. I don't know what he's doing, but he's driving really weird lines. He's lacking some serious top speed. I do hope he knows I'm not fighting him. I don't get the feeling he has a clue that I'm a lap behind. I needed to unlap myself there. Oh, somebody crashed. But he was just costing me a lot of time, so... Oh yeah, whoa, he's reversing it! What is going on with these people? He was reversing it back on the track. That's some insane stuff. Okay, let's see if we can put in a normal lap time. That was weird. I think he also has damage. Yeah, the pace is good. It's a shame the race got ruined by technical difficulties. But the pace is good. We're not really gaining though. So it's saying pit lap 17. And it probably will go to lap 25, maybe lap 26. So I'll just put in 9 laps of fuel, I would say. Had to lift a little bit there. That's okay. I'm not gonna ruin his race because mine's ruined, so. Just over halfway. But yeah, it's a little bit of a lonely race. So how are the tires? Yeah, they're good. P12 is pitting, but that's for fuel. Yeah, I'm a little bit inconsistent with some of these corners. One lap I'm doing the one corner correctly, and the other lap I'm doing the same corner like differently. Pace is good overall, but there's a little bit more time to be gained with driving each corner consistently.
Time 2:21.33.
Whoa! Holy. I almost lost it there. Maybe I need to bump up the smoothing a little bit.
Time 2:21.67.
What? What is he doing? He's just pushing me away. My... Insane stuff, man. What is... Some of these drivers are insane. Yeah, you just have to wait a few corners if you're behind me in that section. That's insane, man. Yeah, now I have rear damage as well. Thanks a lot. I can't help it that he's behind me in that section. I don't have to make way for him. What's up with that, man? That's just insane. Did you guys see that? Yeah.
Lap 2, 23.46.
I honestly don't understand why he did that. He probably felt that I needed to get out of the way or something. Insane. Yeah, it's the same thing. They just dive bomb it into the corner, expecting you to make way, because otherwise they're losing time. Yeah, it's insane driving. They probably don't want to be stuck behind you through that section, but I can't help that. I've actually lost some downforce as well because of that. This race, man. That's some insane stuff. Very interesting. Yeah, this might be tight on the corner, on the pit exit. Yeah, no, probably not. He's in front.
That time was a 2:58.20.
There he goes. Oh, no, he's still behind me. Oh no! Right, let's see what we can do. For the last 15 minutes. somehow I'm in P12. What? How am I P12? Did somebody crash out?
That time was a 2:28.61.
If we get a P12 after all of that, I'm taking it. It's a good thing I took a little bit of extra fuel. Oh, yellows. Somebody's standing still, okay.
Time 2:21.50.
Right. Yeah, we're not really gaining on P11, but closing down a minute in like 6 laps is not possible anyway. So let's just try and keep this position. Oh no, and then I do something like that. What a stupid mistake. What are these people doing? What is he doing, man? What the? Straight up just dive bombing it into the corner. Insane. I mean, I know you're trying to overtake me, but at least try and do it in a normal way. Insane, man. Yeah, he's gonna send it again. You just know what's gonna happen. He's just overdriving it in an attempt to overtake me. Yeah, this is insane, man. What? Wow. Wow. They're just sending it into the corner, dive bombing it, and then pit maneuvering you. Now, I'm having a flat tire or something? What's going on with the tire? Yeah. Honestly, I don't think this is very enjoyable. If people are driving like this, that's not the first one to do something like that. He just sideswiped me. Oh man, it's just one position, mate. I mean, who cares if it's like P12 or P13? The same goes for the LMP2, who just drove me off the track because he was stuck behind me in a slow section. I mean, come on. Yeah, this wasn't really enjoyable, this race. Just trying to finish the race and get out of the LMP2's way. Yeah, insane stuff. Unbelievable. He has a trusted badge. He's saying sorry? Yeah, I don't believe it. I'm not buying that. That was 100% intentional. He just straight up dive bombed it into the corner. I couldn't turn in because he was like, let me just... I'm giving him space because he's dive bombing it. But then he turns in like I'm not there. Where am I supposed to go? Yeah, no way, that's not... That's intentional. I gave him the room as well. There's enough space. It's not a lot, but there's enough. He just turned into me. Yeah, I'm not buying the apology. I'm sorry, but if you're driving like that for 2 laps in a row, I'm sorry. I have a positive outset on people's intentions, but I'm not buying this. I'm sorry. He wanted to play so bad. He was like, let me just do a little tap into the side. But yeah. As I said, it was one place, so I don't know why he was like... Yeah, we lost driver rating, which is understandable, I would say. But if you look at the pace we had, yeah, we could have been like, I mean, P7, 8, 9, they were all doing 221s. So pace-wise, it could have been a really good race. It's a shame. Yeah. The race, like the DR calculator expected me to finish third. Well, there was a tree in the finishing position, that was for sure. Oh man, that was a frustrating race. Yeah, that's such a shame, man. Can I register for this? Oh yeah, we're in. Let's just quickly forget about the last race and jump into the next one. Let's see if we can try and improve. Let's just forget about the last race. Some nice footage probably from that race. I'll see what I can do with that. Oh, you have an action where you live? So you must be living close to the border then, right? If you could visit one. Anyone with a livery like that has issues? Yeah, probably. Maybe he was having a bad day, I don't know. But I didn't buy his apology because he said oops and then sorry. Yeah. I'm not buying it. But in general, the race was really... People were... Yeah, I don't know what was going on, but the opening lap was insane with some really big crashes. The incident with the LMP2, who just drove me off the track. Also really weird. I absolutely have no clue what was going on. But it's okay. If people want to drive like that, that's their own choice. I'm not partaking in the same driving style. There's absolutely nothing to gain with driving like that, so let's just hope this race is gonna be a little bit better. It's a bronze race, so my expectations aren't too high. We'll see. At least it's no warning badges in this race. But yeah, then again, the driver from the last race had a trusted badge, so it doesn't say a lot. I'm prepared, though I did this race one time this week, so I'm not totally unprepared. Yeah, the new track releases will also solve people's anger management issues. Yeah. I am looking forward to them, though. I mean, 6 new tracks, that's... Yeah. They'll probably release them in steps, but... Yeah, it should be fun. I mean, back from my GT7 days, I really always enjoyed Watkins Glen. So, I think that's a really great racetrack. Maybe not the most spectacular track to race on, but for actual racing, it's really good, I think. Same goes for Laguna Seca, which is obviously a classic. From iRacing, I really love Long Beach. And that's actually going to be the first street circuit on LMU, if I'm correctly. Yeah. So that's going to be fun. I mean, fun in a way that it's a really cool track, but I don't know how the racing will be on a street circuit, especially if you take in account the way people are driving right now. Yeah, if you drive like that on a street circuit, I mean, one corner and your race is over. So, yeah, I don't know about that, but the track in itself is really cool. And obviously Daytona is really nice. Indianapolis is nice. I can see them doing a special event with like Indianapolis and the oval layout. If like different layouts of that track are coming to LMU. So yeah, it's 6 tracks, but if it's 6 tracks with different layouts, it's actually like 18 tracks. So I think that's really cool. Oh. Brakes are not warm yet. Yeah, so the force feedback on the McLaren is, I would say, better than on the BMW. It's a little bit more refined. But maybe I should start taking, looking into like different FFV profiles. Yo, thanks for hopping in, stopping by, H Racing. Much appreciated. Hope you have a great day as well, man. I'm sorry I couldn't really deliver a good result in the last race, but yeah, also probably because of some stuff out of my control. Let's hope the force feedback doesn't fail me in this race. Solid opening lap. okay-ish second lap. I think I need to upshift a little bit earlier. That's better.
Time 151.69.
Yeah, there's a little bit more time available. Messed up the first corner. Carried a little bit more speed there, that was good. That was also better. Oh no, I need to upshift earlier.
That time was a 151.6.
Yeah, it could have been one place better, I would say. Messed up the final two corners. Could have been a P9. But P10 is not too bad. If I have some more runs on this race, I would be able to do 150, I would say. Right, this is gonna be, I think it's a 12 lap race. If I remember correctly.
Teams and drivers go to the grid
Yeah,
for
P10,
a race
so
start.
P10 is okay. New tires. P10 is fine. Yeah, 12 laps. Yeah, so we should be able to... yeah, we're good on fuel.
Formation lap has started.
Right. Let's hope this race is an improvement on the last one, as far as driving standards go. Just gonna try and stay out of trouble in the first few laps. I'm guessing people will start, yeah, having the same tactics here as well. So, wouldn't surprise me if people start dive bombing into the first corner or the second chicane. Let's just see.
Green flag, green flag.
Had to take some evasive action there, but it didn't hit anyone, so... Nice move. Again, I'm trying to not hit anyone. So if people are overtaking me with nice moves, that's okay. There we go. 2 places lost, but also 2 places gained. Oh, somebody in the wall. We survived lap 1. 3 wide, that's not gonna end well. That was kind of weird, but we still survived. I think something's gonna happen between these two. Wouldn't surprise me. getting closer. Oh, he's just ramming me up the road again. He just didn't leave me any space.
Lap 152.84.
You just need to, like, use the same tactics, otherwise it's not gonna work.
Time 152.81.
So far, so good. Trying to create a gap to the car behind me.
That time was a 1:50.
Seems to be working.
1:55. Time 1:51.82.
Oh, we lost it. Guess he made a mistake. Somebody else made a mistake as well.
Time 1:51.47.
Driving behind me is quick. No, 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 no. What am I doing? Oh, I got a puncture. No. Oh, that's a stupid mistake. That's a shame. I guess I took too much risk. Yeah, just survive.
Time 158.58.
He's gonna overtake me, but that's okay. Just need to survive these 2 laps with a puncture. Again, leaving no space on the exit. Insane. So he dive bombs it and then leaves no space on the exit.
Lap 155.67.
Final lap. I don't know what's going on with the driving standards lately, but I can't say it's people are driving really fair. It's actually pretty amazing that I'm keeping up with this guy because I'm having a puncture. Yeah, could have been a P6, but I messed up myself, so not a great race again. That's actually kind of funny that all the drivers with a good driver badge ended up in the top 10, but most of the people with a trusted badge DNF the race. uh, yeah, he probably had some damage as well. I think he made a mistake at some point. Apart from the last few laps, it was a good race. It's not loading the results. Ah, there it is. Oh my, yeah. The driver rating is taking a big hit. Oh, look at these two. Yeah, that's ooh. Yeah, the problem with these races, right, is that you're getting placed into lobbies with people with fairly low driver rating, but as soon as you have a bad race, like for instance these two, they're both having a DNF, but then your driver rating takes such a big hit, even when it's not your own fault. I don't know about that, man. Yeah, it expected me to finish fourth, so if I finished sixth, then it probably would have been a small improvement, but I'm just stuck in this driver rank. I'm just going back and forth between, like, let's say halfway silver 1 and being at the top of silver 1. But it's not really changing lately. Also because I'm doing less races, but it's just so difficult to improve. At some point you're just stuck. You need like a race win with people with silver 2 and silver 3 badges to really bump up your driver rating, but most of the time you're getting placed in splits with people with a lower driver rating than yourself. So then it's like if one bad thing happens, then you're getting bumped down instead of like driving people with a better driver rating, and then you can try and improve on that. But the way the current system works, it's pretty much impossible. But yeah, that's just my personal view on it. Yeah, I'm gonna grab a cup of coffee just before the next one starts. We have 5 minutes, so Yeah, yeah. I'm kind of having the same perspective lately that it's because it's so hard to improve on DR. The well, obviously 90% of the enjoyment is coming from the actual racing, right? So apart from DR or SR progression, it's coming from the racing, but that's also, yeah, I don't know. I feel like the driving standards are also taking a downwards course. If I compare it to like 2 months ago, maybe it's because it's a Saturday. That's also like a part of the explanation, I would say. It's possible that there's people driving today who aren't racing like every day, who just aren't like used to having close battles, I would say. That might be part of the, yeah, explanation, you could say, but it's just the feeling I'm having that the driving standards are less than they were like 2 or 3 months ago. If I take a look at how many dive bombs people are placing in one race, especially the opening laps, it's like the opening lap of each race is so crazy. Yeah, you could say people aren't that patient anymore. They want to make or break their race in the first few corners. I don't know what it is. I might be wrong. It might be just me. But I remember I made a video about driving standards like 6 or 7 months ago. And so far, I would say it's going exactly, yeah, like I expected it to go when I made that video. So yeah. Yeah, so we're again in split 4. So I would say based on being in the same split, the race is like the DR calculator is probably expecting me to finish in the top 5 again. I'm not seeing any of the same names I was in the last race. Yeah, it kind of makes me like fearful for racing in tracks like Long Beach, but also Watkins Glen, because that has a lot of barriers. And if people start racing like this with like ultimate sense from 20 meters or even further away, then you're just gonna end up in the barrier like 90% of the time. Especially in a track like Long Beach. It's totally enclosed with walls. So you do want to have close racing, but you also don't want to put somebody in the wall, I would say. So that's going to be interesting to see. I do hope they release that track first, though. It would be so cool to just have an AI race versus the just do a single player race on Long Beach. That would be in itself would be cool. Yeah, I agree. I agree, man. So right now, people are just using their trusted badge as a buffer, you could say. And as soon as you get a warning badge, you just take it easy a couple of races. Then you get back to yeah, good or trusted, and then you have the same buffer again. That's why in my last video, I mentioned I think there should be, because in general, people think driver rating is more important than safety rating. And if you tie those two together, it just makes more sense to me. I mean, as soon as you have someone with, let's say, there aren't many, but let's say a platinum driver rating, but a silver or gold safety rating, you just know that that's someone who probably is very aggressive or maybe even crosses the lines in certain points of the race. I think just they need to tie DR and SR together, because you want people to have good racecraft and a good sense of skill progression, but you also want them to achieve that in a safe and like respectable way. So they need to tie the two together. So for instance, but that's just my suggestion. If you have like more than 10 race contacts in a race, for instance, that should also cap your maximum DR progression for that race, I would say. I mean, if you're overtaking half of the grid, for instance, but you're doing so by running people off track or like giving them small taps and stuff like that, then what's the actual sense of... You could have a massive DR gain because of that, but yeah, if you're doing it in a non-respectful way, I would say your driver rating just needs to be capped for that race. I feel that's the only way people will start like adjusting their approach in races. If they know that, yeah, they can't drive senselessly without it having an impact on driver rating. But if they know that's the case, then they'll probably be more careful, I would say. I'm not entirely sure if I should do that. If I should do a Sky in third or second gear.
Lap 150.
That's better.
Lap 151.19.
Messed that up. Yeah, messed up the lap. Okay, it's over. Again, P10. There's more time available, but even if I would have a small improvement, it will probably be placing me in the top 5. Yeah, look at how close this is. I do think it's funny that everybody with a good driver badge is in the top 10, and everybody with a trusted badge is in the... You would assume that these drivers are drivers with a lower driver rank, but with a trusted badge. So they're placing it into the same split. I guess that's the explanation, I would think. He did a nice improvement. Yeah, I'm gonna get bumped by a lot of people, I think. Yeah. Oh, it's actually okay. It actually is fine.
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
New tires. Yeah, so it's P11. Yeah, same approach as last race. Try and get a good start. Keep the nose clean in turn 1. Let's see. It's final race of the day, so I need to grab myself some lunch after this. And then I'm gonna watch the F1 sprint race, so that's gonna be interesting as well. Okay, be wary of cold brakes. Oh, what was he doing? He's driving on the grass. Kind of weird. Right, let's go.
Green flag, green flag.
Lots of people starting from the pits. Look at the cars behind me. That's way less than normal. Oh, somebody cutting the corner. He was kind of closing the door on me there, but... Oh no! Oh no! What was that? Somebody with a drive-through as well.
That time was a 2-0.
I mean, already we're getting insane stuff in this opening lap again. Yeah, he can take the place. It's okay. What was going on there? What is he doing? What are you doing, mate? I'm just driving in the middle and then he goes behind me and doesn't pick a line. Yeah, both front and rear damage, so probably losing some top speed here.
That time was a 152.50. Lap 151.76.
Come on, good lap now. Made a mistake.
Lap 152.01.
I'm driving too inconsistent. Seems like there's a lot of stuff going on behind me as well, because the gap has increased from 5 to 9 seconds.
Lap 152.16.
I'm losing so much time in Ascari. Just not taking the right line, I think.
That time was a 151.35.
Okay, thanks, I will do that. And then I missed my braking point. So inconsistent as well. Well, that felt a little bit more stable.
Time 152.03.
But I'm just too inconsistent, because what I'm doing right one lap, I'm doing wrong the next lap. I think I'm turning in too early for some of these corners. That might be part of the problem. Maybe I need to analyze my own... Yeah, and pace-wise, we're just out of reach. You never know, we might get a freebie in the last lap. Looks like an interesting battle up ahead. Yeah, he's going for it. You never know, they might do something weird. Something desperate in the last corner. I don't think so, though. I think it's gonna be P7. Which is actually pretty decent, I would say. But it wouldn't surprise me if I still lose driver rating. Yeah, that was a bad lap as well. I think a lot went on in this race, especially behind me at some point. I definitely need to watch the replay. Yeah, this isn't like my typical race. If everything goes normally, this is my typical race lately. I'm just stuck in limbo. Something fell, I think. Need to check. Yeah, it was a good tip. It felt more stable after that, so I think you're right. It also works for the McLaren. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch the replay from that race because there was a lot of stuff going on. But that's a wrap for today, guys. I'm gonna end it there. I'm gonna watch the Formula One sprint race. Take a look at all the footage from today's live stream and see what we can do with that. Let's just take a quick look at the results. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. I still lose driver rating. So you're just stuck in this same split. I gained 4 places, probably because I had a bad qualifying result. Yeah, see, so this is impacting my driver rating progression like a big amount because I lost to 8 drivers with a lower driver rank in qualifying. If that hadn't been the case, then it probably would have been a DR gain, but that's just the way it goes lately. You're just stuck in this same split. But it might be me. I was driving pretty inconsistent as well, so I need to take a look at my own driving as well. Made a few mistakes here and there, but this was a decent race, I would say, but I'm still losing DR. So yeah, that's a shame. But look at this. These drivers are taking a big hit. Yeah, that's a shame. Might be not it might be possible that it's not even their own fault, that those DNFs, but yeah, they're taking a big hit. So well, that's it for today, guys. Thanks for being here again. My aim is to do a live stream next Saturday as well, but there's supposedly another heat wave coming this direction, so let's see what the weather will do. But I'll keep you guys I'll keep you guys informed through the posts on the channel to let you know what the schedule will be, if there is going to be a schedule. So thanks again for today, guys. Have a nice weekend. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy the World Cup if you're watching that. Enjoy the